First contact and deception. The massive ship emerged from hyperspace like a tear in reality, its crystalline surface reflecting starlight in impossible patterns. Admiral Elena Santos stood on the bridge of the seemingly primitive International Space Station, watching the vessel approach Earth with calculated calmness. Behind her carefully maintained expression of awe, her neural implant connected her to Earth's true defense network. Incoming transmission, announced Commander Chen, playing his role perfectly. They're broadcasting on all frequencies. The message echoed through every communication device on Earth. People of Terra, we are the Meridian Alliance, unified force of 3 galaxies. We come offering guidance to emerging civilizations like yours. Elena suppressed a smile. The Alliance's scanners would show exactly what humanity wanted them to see. A species barely capable of reaching their own moon, still reliant on chemical rockets and fossil fuels. They couldn't detect the quantum network linking every human mind, or the biological computers grown from engineered bacteria that powered humanity's true civilization. The Alliance ship's ambassadors arrived in a display of technological superiority, their sleek shuttle descending through the atmosphere in a shower of light. 3 beings emerged, each representing one of their member galaxies. Ambassador Zixtal, with their crystalline body structure, led the delegation. Your species shows promise, Zixtal announced to the gathered world leaders in New York. We offer membership in our alliance, along with the benefits of our guidance and protection. Their translator converted their resonant tones into perfect English, another calculated show of power. President Maria Chen responded with carefully rehearsed gratitude. We are honored by your generous offer. Through her neural link, she shared a knowing glance with Elena. The Alliance representatives didn't notice the subtle exchange. They were too busy scanning the primitive technology humans had strategically placed around the UN building. Behind the scenes, Earth's true government operated from quantum-shielded facilities deep beneath the oceans. Dr. Aisha Rahman, head of biological computing, monitored the Alliance's every move through a network of engineered microorganisms that pervaded Earth's atmosphere. These invisible observers transmitted data directly to humanity's collective intelligence network. They're following the exact pattern, Aisha reported through the quantum network. Just like with the Centauri and Proxima colonies, Earth had been watching the Alliance's expansion for decades, studying how they approached and ultimately subjugated primitive species through technological dependence. The Alliance delegation spent the next several hours outlining their terms, all carefully designed to seem generous while establishing control. They offered supervised access to space travel, guided technological development, and protective oversight of Earth's resources. Each restriction came wrapped in diplomatic language about safety and responsibility. Throughout the presentation, Elena coordinated with Earth's hidden fleet commanders, massive bioorganic ships grown from modified human DNA and powered by quantum consciousness, waited in dimensional spaces the Alliance couldn't comprehend. These vessels, looking more like living creatures than traditional spacecraft, represented humanity's true technological achievement, a perfect fusion of biological and quantum engineering. As night fell over New York, the Alliance representatives returned to their ship, satisfied with humanity's apparent submission. They had no idea that their every word, every gesture, and every technology had been analyzed and cataloged by Earth's collective intelligence network. In her private quarters, Elena connected to the secure quantum conference with Earth's true leadership. Phase 1 is complete, she reported. They see exactly what we want them to see. Dr. Rahman's avatar nodded. Our biological sensors confirm they're already planning resource assessment surveys. They'll start small, just like with the others. Let them, Elena replied. Every scan they run, every primitive technology they analyze, every restriction they impose, it all gives us more data. We need to understand everything about them before we reveal our true capabilities. The meeting concluded with the leadership reviewing humanity's contingency plans. Their greatest advantage wasn't their hidden fleet or advanced technology. It was the Alliance's absolute certainty that they had encountered another primitive species to guide and control. As the Alliance ship settled into orbit, Alina watched the Earth's night side glitter with city lights. To the Alliance, they were simply electric bolts. In reality, each light was connected to the quantum network, part of humanity's vast biological computing system. The entire planet pulsed with hidden power, waiting for the right moment to emerge from its chrysalis of deception. The game had begun, and only humanity knew all the rules. The hidden edge. Beneath the surface of Mars, in a facility that officially didn't exist, Dr. Marcus Wong stepped into a massive chamber that hummed with biological energy. Around him, vast walls of living tissue pulsed with bioluminescent patterns, each one representing millions of calculations performed by engineered bacteria. This was humanity's true computing center, hidden from the Alliance's most sophisticated scans by layers of quantum camouflage. 6 months had passed since first contact, and the Alliance's guidance program was proceeding exactly as expected. Their representatives regularly inspected Earth's primitive space program, offering condescending advice about basic rocket science, while completely missing the revolution in biological engineering that powered humanity's real achievements. Status report. Marcus vocalized, his neural implant transmitting the thought to the facility's biological mainframe. The living walls shifted colors, displaying the current state of humanity's hidden infrastructure. In orbital shipyards cloaked by quantum fields, vast bioorganic vessels grew like celestial flowers. Each ship was a unique organism, its hull composed of modified human stem cells reinforced with quantum-locked carbon structures. The Alliance's latest technological assessment appeared as a hologram in the center of the chamber. Their scientists had spent weeks analyzing Earth's satellite network, completely unaware that each satellite contained colonies of engineered bacteria that could restructure matter at the molecular level. Their beginning resource surveys, reported Dr. Sarah Chen, appearing beside Marcus through quantum projection. Her avatar showed her as she really was, her body enhanced with subtle biological modifications that the Alliance would never understand. Their ships are moving through the asteroid belt. Marcus nodded, watching the Alliance vessels through the quantum network. To their sensors, they were examining lifeless rocks. In reality, many of these asteroids contained humanity's automated manufacturing facilities, where swarms of microscopic machines converted raw materials into advanced technology. "How's Project Genesis proceeding?" he asked, referring to humanity's most ambitious undertaking yet. Sarah's avatar gestured, and the chamber's displays shifted to show a massive structure growing in a hidden pocket of subspace. The bioship is developing ahead of schedule. Its neural network has already achieved consciousness. The vessel they watched was unlike anything the Alliance could imagine. A living ship the size of a small moon, grown from a fusion of human and engineered DNA. Its crew would be part of its biological structure, their consciousness merged with the ship's own vast intelligence. Through his neural link, Marcus accessed the ship's development logs. The Alliance believed humans were still struggling to achieve reliable spaceflight. They had no concept that humanity had moved beyond traditional spacecraft, creating vessels that were essentially artificial life forms. The Alliance inspectors are due to visit the moon base tomorrow, Sarah noted. They'll see exactly what we've prepared for them. Basic hydroponic farms, simple radiation shielding, all carefully designed to meet their expectations of a species taking its first steps into space. Marcus allowed himself a small smile. And our real lunar facilities. The displays shifted again, showing vast underground complexes where humans and biological computers worked in perfect harmony. The entire dark side of the moon had been hollowed out and filled with research laboratories, manufacturing centers, and quantum communication arrays. Complete quantum isolation, Sarah reported. They can't detect anything below the surface. The bacterial camouflage system is performing perfectly. An alert pulsed through the quantum network. The Alliance was launching another survey mission, this time to the outer solar system. They were following their usual pattern, gradually expanding their presence while maintaining the illusion of helpful oversight. "They're getting bolder," Marcus observed, "starting to treat our system like it's already their territory." "Just like they did with the others," Sarah agreed. Through the quantum network, they could access records of how the Alliance had slowly stripped other, protected civilizations of their resources and independence. "But they've never encountered a species like us before." Marcus turned his attention to the biological mainframe, watching as it processed data from countless hidden sensors throughout the solar system. Every Alliance ship, every scan, every communication was being analyzed and cataloged. Humanity's true power wasn't in their advanced technology. It was in their patience, their ability to watch and learn while appearing harmless. In the chamber's displays, the living ship continued to grow, its consciousness expanding as it prepared for its role in humanity's future. The Alliance thought they were guiding a primitive species toward the stars. They had no idea they were dealing with a civilization that had already transcended traditional definitions of technology and consciousness. "Let them think us primitive," Marcus said, his words echoing through the quantum network to Earth's hidden leadership. "Let them believe their technology is superior. When the time comes, they'll learn that true advancement isn't about machines. It's about understanding the fundamental connections between life, consciousness, and the universe itself." The biological computers pulsed in agreement, their bacterial components processing information in ways the Alliance couldn't comprehend. Humanity's deception continued, each moment of perceived submission bringing them closer to the day when they would reveal their true nature to the galaxy. Signs of tyranny. Commander Maya Patel stood in the observation dome of the primitive space station, watching an Alliance mining fleet strip resources from a distant asteroid. Through her neural implant, she simultaneously monitored feeds from thousands of quantum-cloaked sensors, witnessing the true scope of the Alliance's operations across 3 galaxies. 1 year into their protective guidance of Earth, the Alliance's true nature was becoming increasingly clear. Their massive ships moved through space with impunity, extracting resources from protected worlds, while their representatives spoke of cultural exchange and technological development. New data from the Proxima sector, reported Dr. James Chen through the quantum network. His consciousness merged with Maya's through their neural link, sharing detailed information about another civilization under Alliance protection. The images were disturbing. A once thriving species had been reduced to operating massive mining operations for their benefactors. Their own technological development had been carefully stunted, kept dependent on Alliance oversight and approval. Maya's quantum implants processed the information, adding it to humanity's vast database of Alliance activities. Through their hidden network of bioengineered sensors, they had documented a clear pattern: find developing civilizations, offer protection, establish technological dependence, and slowly strip them of resources and autonomy. "They're accelerating their timeline," Maya observed, watching another Alliance capital ship emerge from hyperspace. To their sensors, Earth's defenses consisted of a few primitive satellites and basic orbital platforms. They couldn't detect the quantum grid that encompassed the entire solar system, or the bioorganic defense platforms that could reshape reality itself. In her neural display, Maya reviewed the latest reports from Earth's hidden research facilities. Dr. Raman's team had made another breakthrough in biological computing, creating bacterial colonies that could process information faster than Alliance quantum computers. In the Jupiter shipyards, cloaked by quantum fields, the first of humanity's new defensive fleet was reaching maturity. "The Alliance Council is meeting," announced General Richards through the quantum network. His consciousness carried decades of military experience, enhanced by direct neural connection to Earth's defense systems. They're discussing the next phase of their guidance program. Maya joined the Secure Quantum Conference, her consciousness merging with Earth's hidden leadership. Through their shared neural space, they watched the Alliance Council meeting, their every word and gesture analyzed by biological computers. "Terra's development proceeds as expected," announced High Commissioner Zixtal. "They remain grateful for our protection, unaware of their true potential. The other council members buzzed with approval, their crystalline bodies reflecting light in complex patterns. "They're planning to establish permanent bases in our system," Maya reported, processing the council's subtle communications, just like they did with the Centauri before stripping their worlds bare. Through the quantum network, she felt the collective resolve of Earth's true government. Humanity had spent decades preparing for this moment, developing technologies that merged biological and quantum engineering in ways the Alliance couldn't imagine. "Show me the Centauri again," Maya requested. The biological computers compiled data from years of covered observation, presenting a tragic progression. The Centauri had once been proud explorers, their ships venturing out into the galaxy. Now they were little more than servants, their resources and independence slowly drained away by their protectors. "We won't share their fate," General Richards assured. His consciousness carried absolute certainty, backed by knowledge of humanity's hidden capabilities. In quantum-shielded facilities across the solar system, preparations continued. Bioorganic ships grew stronger, their neural networks achieving new levels of consciousness. Quantum weapons waited in dimensional spaces the Alliance couldn't perceive. Maya returned her attention to the Alliance mining fleet. Through her enhanced senses, she could see the truth behind their efficient operation, the suffering of other protected species forced to operate their machinery, the careful way they kept subject worlds dependent on their technology. "They think they're being subtle," she observed. "They honestly believe we're too primitive to understand what they're doing." The quantum network hummed with agreement. Every Alliance action, every dismissive comment about humanity's development, every carefully structured restriction, it all fed into humanity's understanding of their true nature. In the Jupiter shipyards, Maya could sense the growing consciousness of their new vessels. Unlike traditional ships, these were living beings, their very structure composed of modified human DNA merged with engineered organisms. They were humanity's answer to the Alliance's mechanical might, a perfect fusion of life and technology that transcended traditional boundaries. "Let them think us primitive," Maya transmitted through the quantum network. "Let them believe we're grateful for their guidance. Every moment they spend underestimating us is another moment we have to prepare." The Alliance mining fleet finished their operation, their massive ships turning toward another resource-rich asteroid. They never noticed the quantum-cloaked sensors watching their every move, or the bioorganic defenders waiting in nearby subspace. Humanity's patience was not infinite, but their preparation would be thorough. When the time came to reveal their true nature, the Alliance would learn that their greatest mistake was believing that technological advancement could only follow one path. Silent preparation, deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, in a facility shielded from the Alliance's most sophisticated detection systems, Admiral David Okafor stood before a holographic display of the solar system. Through his neural implant, he could sense the vast network of quantum-linked sensors showing the true state of human space. 18 months had passed since first contact, and the Alliance's presence in the solar system had grown steadily more oppressive. Their ships moved freely through human space, their bases appeared on more asteroids and moons, and their guidance became increasingly restrictive. "Status report," David subvocalized, connecting directly to the facility's biological mainframe. The living computers processed his request, displaying the current state of humanity's hidden preparations. In the Kuiper Belt, quantum-cloaked shipyards worked at full capacity. The new vessels weren't built, they were grown, each one a unique organism created from a fusion of modified human DNA and engineered biological systems. Their neural networks were approaching full consciousness, ready to bond with their human crews in ways the Alliance couldn't comprehend. "The Genesis fleet is ready," reported Captain Sarah Chen, her consciousness merging with David's through the quantum network. "All 12 dreadnoughts have achieved neural maturity." David accessed the fleet's specifications through his implant. Each ship was a marvel of bioorganic engineering, their hulls composed of living tissue that could repair itself instantly. Instead of conventional weapons, they carried systems that could manipulate the fundamental forces of reality: gravity, quantum fields, even time itself, and the Alliance remains unaware. Sarah's consciousness carried certainty. Their latest survey of the outer system detected nothing but ice and rock. Our quantum camouflage is perfect. Through the neural link, David reviewed recordings from the Alliance's most recent inspection of Earth's space program. Their representatives had spent hours examining humanity's primitive chemical rockets and basic ion engines, offering condescending advice about improving efficiency. "They're planning something big," announced Dr. Maya Patel, joining the quantum conference. Her consciousness carried fresh data from Earth's hidden sensor network. Alliance fleet movements across 3 galaxies show a pattern of consolidation. They're gathering their forces. David's neural implants processed the information, comparing it to historical data from other civilizations the Alliance had protected. The pattern was clear. They were preparing to move from guidance to direct control, just as they had done countless times before. In orbital facilities hidden by quantum fields, humanity's biological computers analyzed every aspect of Alliance technology. Their ships, weapons, and defenses had been thoroughly studied, their strengths and weaknesses cataloged in vast bacterial databases. "Show me the new defense grid," David commanded. The holographic display shifted, revealing a complex network of quantum-linked platforms surrounding Earth. To Alliance sensors, they appeared as nothing but space debris. In reality, each platform contained colonies of engineered bacteria capable of reorganizing matter at the quantum level. "All systems operational," Sarah reported. "The bacterial processors are achieving computation rates orders of magnitude faster than Alliance quantum computers. We can react to any threat before their systems even detect it." David's consciousness expanded through the quantum network, connecting with the minds of Earth's hidden fleet commanders. Through their shared neural space, he could sense the readiness of their forces. The bioorganic ships pulsed with anticipation, their living hulls containing power that the Alliance couldn't imagine. "Latest intelligence from the Proxima sector," Maya reported. The data flowed through their neural link. Images of once proud civilizations reduced to serving Alliance interests. They're not even trying to hide their domination anymore. 3 more species have been effectively enslaved in the past month. David felt the collective determination of Earth's leadership through the quantum network. Humanity had spent decades preparing for this confrontation, developing technologies that transcended traditional boundaries between biological and mechanical, between consciousness and computation. In quantum-shielded facilities across the solar system, the final preparations were underway. The Genesis fleet's neural networks had achieved full integration, each ship's consciousness ready to merge with its human crew. The defensive grid hummed with potential energy, its bacterial computers processing information at speeds that defied Alliance understanding. "They'll make their move soon," Sarah observed, her consciousness carrying certainty based on years of observation. "Their fleet movements suggest they're preparing for a show of force." "Let them come," David responded, his thoughts echoing through the quantum network. "Every moment they spend believing us primitive is another moment we have to perfect our response." Through his neural link, he could sense the readiness of humanity's true forces. They had waited, watched, and prepared. When the Alliance finally moved to assert direct control, they would learn that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in their hidden technology. It was in their ability to transcend the very boundaries of what their protectors thought possible. Revelation Day. The Alliance ultimatum came exactly 2 years after first contact. Their massive fleet appeared in formation above Earth, a show of force meant to cow a primitive species into absolute submission. High Commissioner Zixtal's message broadcasted across all frequencies. "People of Terra, your period of guided development is complete. The time has come for full integration into the Alliance. Resistance would be unfortunate." In her command center beneath the Antarctic ice, Admiral Elena Santos allowed herself a small smile. Through her neural implant, she could sense the readiness of humanity's hidden forces. 2 years of deception were about to end. The Alliance fleet is deploying as expected, reported Dr. Raman through the quantum network. Their sensors show only our decoy defenses. Alina's consciousness merged with the quantum battlefield display. The Alliance had positioned their ships perfectly, exactly where humanity's models had predicted. Their protective fleet was about to learn the true meaning of technological superiority. All Genesis fleet commanders, prepare for emergence, Alina transmitted through the quantum network. Across the solar system, in spaces the Alliance couldn't perceive, 12 massive bioorganic dreadnoughts stirred to life. Each ship was a living entity, its consciousness merged with its crew through neural links more sophisticated than anything the Alliance had encountered. The Alliance commander's voice carried smug certainty. Your primitive defenses cannot hope to resist. Submit now, and we will be merciful. Alina's response was simple. Emergence Protocol Alpha. Now, reality itself seemed to shudder as humanity revealed its true power. The quantum camouflage fields dropped, and the Genesis fleet appeared in perfect formation around the Alliance forces. Each bioorganic dreadnought was larger than anything the Alliance had ever encountered, their living hulls pulsing with energy that defied conventional physics. Through the quantum network, Alina felt the shock and fear ripple through the Alliance fleet. Their sensors were registering power levels they couldn't comprehend, capabilities that shouldn't have been possible for a primitive species. This is impossible, Zixtal transmitted, their crystalline form vibrating with confusion. Your species was barely capable of reaching your moon. You saw what we wanted you to see, Alina responded, her consciousness fully merged with her flagship's neural network. You were so certain of your superiority that you never questioned your assumptions. The Genesis fleet moved with impossible grace, their living hulls shifting and adapting in real time. The bacterial computers that powered their systems processed information faster than Alliance quantum cores, predicting and countering every potential move. You are not the first species to hide behind a mask of superiority. Alina continued, addressing not just the fleet but the entire Alliance leadership through their own communication networks. We watched as you stripped other worlds of their resources and independence. We waited as you planned to do the same to us. The Alliance fleet attempted to reposition, their weapons charging. Before they could fire, humanity's quantum defense grid activated. Space itself seemed to twist as engineered bacteria reorganized reality at the quantum level, neutralizing Alliance weapons instantly. Impossible. Zixtal's transmission carried genuine fear now. This level of technology, you couldn't have developed this in secret. Your greatest mistake, Alina responded, her consciousness resonating through the quantum network, was believing that technological advancement could only follow your path. While you built bigger ships and more powerful weapons, we transcended the boundaries between biology and technology, between consciousness and computation. The Genesis fleet moved in perfect unison, their living hulls morphing to create geometric patterns that hurt Alliance eyes to observe. This was humanity's true power, not just advanced technology, but a fundamental reimagining of what technology could be. The age of Alliance dominion is over, Alina announced, her words carried by quantum fields to every Alliance world and protectorate. Your protected species are free to choose their own path. And you will learn that true civilization isn't built on domination, but on understanding and respect for all forms of advancement. The Alliance fleet hung motionless, their sensors overwhelmed by capabilities they couldn't understand. Their entire worldview, their certainty in their technological superiority, crumbled in the face of humanity's revelation. In her neural link, Alina felt the satisfaction of Earth's combined consciousness. They had waited, watched, and prepared. Now, finally, the galaxy would understand that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in their ships or weapons. It was in their ability to imagine and achieve what others thought impossible. The game was over, and humanity had changed the rules forever.